I lived my life alone, without anyone I could really talk to, until I crashed my plane in the Sahara Desert 6 years ago. I set myself to attempt the difficult repairs all alone, and on the first night, I was awakened by an odd little voice.
If you please, draw me a sheep.
But what are you doing here?
If you please, draw me a sheep.
I've never drawn a sheep before, but I can draw this.
No, I don't want an elephant inside a boa constrictor. What I want is a sheep. Draw me a sheep.
How is this?
No, the sheep is too sickly. Draw me another.
Is this any better?
You see for yourself. This is not a sheep. It's a ram. It has horns.
All right, this is only his boss. The sheep you asked for is inside.
That is exactly the way I wanted it. Look, he has gone to sleep.
And that is how I made the acquaintance of the little prince.
A world-weary aviator crashed into the Sahara Desert and encounters a mysterious little prince.
The prince speaks of his strange relationship with a special flower on his tiny planet and his adventures throughout the galaxy.
Through these stories, where the prince meets adults who worry over matters of consequence,
A fox who wants to be tamed,
and a snake who speaks in riddles.
His actions makes us examine what is really important in life.
The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. A sheep. If he eats little bushes, does it eat flowers too?
A sheep eats anything within its reach.
Even flowers that have thorns?
Yes, even flowers that have thorns.
Then the thorns, what use are they?
The thorns are of no use at all. Flowers have them just for spite.
I don't believe you. Flowers are fragile creatures. They believe that the thorns are terrible weapons. And you actually believe that the flowers...
Oh no, I don't actually believe anything. I answered you with the first thing that came into my mind. Don't you see? I'm very busy with matters of consequence.
Matters of consequence? You talk just like the grown-ups. Flowers have been growing thorns for millions of years. If someone loves a flower of which just one grows, and all the millions and millions of stars, he can say to himself, somewhere my flower is there. But if a sheep eats his flower and woman, all the stars will be darkened, and you think that's not important?
The flower you love is not endangered. I will draw you a muzzle for your sheep. I will draw you a railing to put around your flower. Well, tell me more about your flower. The little prince lived on a small planet, and for all his life, he only had 3 volcanoes to keep him company. But then, one morning, exactly at sunrise, a flower had bloomed. She was not like anything he had seen before.
Oh, how beautiful you are.
Am I not? I was born at the same moment as the sun. I believe it is time for breakfast. If you would have the kindness to think of my needs.
Oh, will you be okay while I'm gone?
I'm not afraid. Let the tigers come with their claws.
Oh, there are no tigers on my planet. And anyway, tigers do not eat weeds.
I'm not a weed.
Oh, please excuse me.
I'm not at all afraid of tigers, but I have a horror of drafts. I suppose you don't have a glass screen for me?
A horror of drafts? That's bad luck for a plant.
At night, I want you to put me under a glass globe. It is very cold where you live. You see, on the planet where I come from...
But you were born here, on my planet.
Where is my glass globe?
I was just going to go get it as you spoke to me.
The little prince, in spite of all of his love, had soon come to doubt the flower. He had taken seriously words which were without importance, and made him very unhappy. So, he decided to leave. Before he left, he watered the flower one last time and realized it was close to tears.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
I have been silly. Please forgive me. Let the glass globe be. I don't want it anymore.
But the wind.
My cold is not so bad as all that. The cool night air will do me good. I am a flower.
But the animals.
I must endure 2 or 3 caterpillars if I wish to become acquainted with the butterflies. As for the tigers, let them come. I have my thorns. You've decided to go. Don't linger like this. Leave.
Oh, good morning.
2 mountains due west and a river down south.
What are you doing?
Oh, here is an explorer! I am a geographer, a scholar who knows the location of all the seas, rivers, towns, mountains, and deserts.
This is the most magnificent and stately planet I've ever seen. Has it any mountains?
I couldn't tell you.
Any oceans?
I couldn't tell you.
And rivers and towns and deserts?
I couldn't tell you that either.
But you're a geographer.
Exactly! But I am not an explorer. You see, it is not the geographer who goes to count the rivers and towns and such. I am only interested in matters of consequence. But you are an explorer. You shall describe your planet to me. Well?
Oh, well, where I live it's not very interesting. I have 3 volcanoes, 2 of which are active and 1 is extinct, but one never knows.
One never knows.
I also have a flower.
Ooh, we do not record flowers.
Why not? My flower is the most beautiful thing on my planet.
We do not record flowers because they are ephemeral.
What does that mean, ephemeral?
That in which is in danger of speedy disappearance.
Is my flower in danger of speedy disappearance?
Certainly it is.
My flower is ephemeral. And she only has 4 thorns to defend herself. And I have left her on my planet all alone.
The little prince, when he arrived on the earth, encountered a snake.
Oh, good evening. Who might you be?
Greetings. You may call me the snake.
You're a strange animal. You're no thicker than a finger.
Yet I am more powerful than the finger of a king.
Powerful? But you haven't any legs. How do you travel?
I can carry you farther than any ship could take you.
Well, I've already traveled very far. Look above us. My planet is right there. But how far away it is?
It is beautiful, but what has brought you here?
I have been having some trouble with the flower.
Trouble?
I did not know how to take pleasure in all her grace. She cast her fragrance and radiance over me and my planet, but I should have judged by deeds and not by words. I should have never run away from her.
You move me to pity. You're so weak on this earth made of granite. I can help you if you ever go to homesick for your own planet.
I understand, but I'm not yet ready. There are so many lessons I must learn.
I shall wait for you here. The little prince moved from the desert to a meadow. It was then that the fox appeared.
Oh, good morning. Who might you be? You're very pretty to look at.
Good morning. I'm a fox.
Oh, come play with me. I am so lonely.
I cannot play with you. I am not tamed.
What does that mean, tame?
It is an act often neglected. It means to establish ties.
To establish ties?
Just that. To me, you are nothing more than a little boy. I have no need of you. And to you, I'm nothing more than a fox, and you have no need of me. But if you tame me, we shall become unique to each other in all the world.
I'm beginning to understand. There is a flower. I think she has tamed me.
It is possible. One sees all sorts of things on the earth.
Oh, but this is not on the earth.
On another planet?
Yes.
Oh, that is interesting. Are there chickens?
No.
Oh, another turtle. But if you tame me, look, do you see the green fields down yonder? The wheat fields have nothing to say to me. But you have hair that is the color of bronze. The wheat, which is also bronze, will bring me back the thought of you. Oh, think how wonderful that will be when you have tamed me. Oh, please tame me.
I want to, but I have not much time. There are still so many things I need to understand.
One only understands the things one has tamed. If you want a friend, tame me. So over the course of several days, the prince tamed the fox. But when the hour of his departure drew near, I shall cry.
It is your own fault. I never wished you any sort of harm, but you wanted me to tame you.
Yes, that is so.
But now you're going to cry.
Yes, that is so.
So it's done you no good at all.
It has done me good because of the wheat fields. Go and look at the roses. You will understand now that yours is unique in all the world. Then come back and say goodbye to me, and I will make you a present of a secret.
Good morning. Good morning. I thought my flower was the only one of her kind in all the universe. Yet here are 5,000 of them all alike in one single garden. All I had was a common rose. But no one has tamed these roses, and they have tamed no one. They are beautiful they are empty. My rose, in herself alone, is more important than all these other roses, because she is my rose. Goodbye.
Goodbye. And here is my simple secret. It is only with the heart that one can see rightly. What is essential is invisible to the eye.
What is essential?
It is the time you have devoted to your rose that makes your rose so important.
It is the time I've devoted to my rose.
You become responsible forever for what you have tamed. You are responsible for your rose.
I am responsible for my rose.
Little Prince!
Do not follow me, Mr. Pilot. I must do this alone.
Where are you going? And why are you talking with snakes? Tell me that this is all a bad dream. This affair with the snake, the meeting place in the star.
The thing that is important is the thing that is not seen.
Yes, I know.
It is just as it is with the rose. If someone loves a rose that lives on a star, then all the stars are abloom with flowers.
Yes, I know.
I am going back home today. It is much farther and much more difficult. All the men have stars, but they are not the same things for different people. But all these stars are silent. You and you alone will have the stars as no one else has them.
What are you trying to say?
In one of the stars, I shall be living and laughing. So it will be as if all the stars are laughing once you look up to the sky at night. And once your sorrow is comforted, you will be content to know that you will always be my friend. I must go now.
Little Prince, must you do this? Is there no other way?
You understand, it is too far. I cannot carry this body with me. It is too heavy. But it will be like an old, abandoned shell. There is nothing sad about old shells. Tonight, it will be a year. My planet is right above the place where I came to this earth a year ago.
Greetings. I see you've come back.
It is a little lonely in the desert.
It is a little lonely among men.
Why do you always speak in riddles?
I solve them all. Whomever I touch, I send back to the earth from whence he came. But you are innocent and true, and you come from a star. Would you like to go back home?
I missed you.
Welcome back.